Have you ever thought about the potential dangers lurking in your everyday life? We're not talking about alien invasions or meteor strikes, but the everyday risks we encounter at work or even at home. That's where risk assessment comes in. It's like having a superpower that helps us spot danger before it strikes. In simple terms, risk assessment is the process of identifying potential hazards and figuring out ways to minimize their impact. Imagine you're making a cup of tea. You wouldn't grab a boiling kettle without a second thought, right? You'd instinctively assess the risk of getting burned and use an oven mitt for protection. That, my friends, is a basic form of risk assessment in action. Now, let's take this concept to the workplace. Whether you're working in an office, a construction site, or a laboratory, risks are always present. Risk assessment helps us create a safer environment for everyone. By identifying hazards and taking preventive measures, we can significantly reduce workplace accidents, injuries, and even save lives. Remember, safety isn't just a set of rules. It's about being aware of our surroundings and taking proactive steps to protect ourselves and those around us. Risk assessment is the cornerstone of a safe and healthy workplace. It's not just a box to tick. It's about creating a culture of safety where everyone feels protected. Think of it as a proactive approach to preventing accidents and injuries before they occur. But why is it so crucial? Firstly, it's a legal requirement in many countries. Employers have a duty of care to provide a safe working environment for their employees. Risk assessments help demonstrate that you're taking these responsibilities seriously. Secondly, risk assessment helps protect your most valuable asset, your employees. By identifying and controlling hazards, you're minimizing the risk of workplace accidents, injuries, and illnesses. This leads to a healthier and happier workforce, which ultimately boosts productivity and morale. Lastly, let's not forget the financial implications. Workplace accidents can be costly, both in terms of direct medical expenses and indirect costs, such as lost productivity, legal fees, and damage to reputation. A comprehensive risk assessment can help you save money in the long run by preventing these costly incidents. Remember, a safe workplace is a productive workplace. Investing in risk assessment is investing in the well-being of your employees and the success of your business. Risk assessment might sound complicated, but it's actually a straightforward process. It's like baking a cake. Follow the recipe and you'll end up with a safe and sound outcome. So let's break down the process into bite-sized steps. Step 1. Identify the hazards. This step involves putting on your detective hat and searching every nook and cranny of your workplace for potential hazards. Hazards are anything that can cause harm, such as slippery floors, faulty equipment, hazardous chemicals, or even stress and fatigue. Step 2. Evaluate the risks. Once you've identified the hazards, it's time to assess the level of risk they pose. This means determining the likelihood of harm occurring and the severity of the potential consequences. For example, a chemical spill is more likely to cause serious harm than a paper cut. Step 3. Control the risks. The step is all about finding ways to eliminate or minimize the risks you've identified. This might involve implementing safety procedures, providing personal protective equipment, PPE, substituting hazardous materials with safer alternatives, or modifying equipment to make it safer. Step 4. Monitor and review. Risk assessment isn't a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. It's essential to regularly review and update your risk assessments, especially when there are changes in the workplace, such as new equipment, processes, or materials. By following these simple steps, you can create a safer and healthier work environment for yourself and those around you. Remember, risk assessment isn't about eliminating all risks entirely. It's about managing them effectively. Now that we've explored the ins and outs of risk assessment, let's take a moment to appreciate the numerous benefits it brings to the table. It's not just about ticking boxes and complying with regulations, it's about creating a safer, healthier, and more productive work environment for everyone. Firstly, and most importantly, risk assessments are instrumental in preventing accidents and ill health. By proactively identifying and controlling hazards, we can significantly reduce the likelihood of workplace incidents, safeguarding our most valuable asset, our workforce. Secondly, a robust risk assessment process can enhance your company's reputation and build trust with employees, customers, and stakeholders. It demonstrates your commitment to safety and your proactive approach to mitigating risks, which can be a significant differentiator in today's competitive business landscape. Thirdly, a well-executed risk assessment can lead to substantial cost savings in the long run. By preventing accidents and ill health, you can reduce the likelihood of costly insurance claims, legal expenses, sick pay, and lost productivity. Lastly, embracing risk assessment as an integral part of your safety management system fosters a positive safety culture within the organization. This encourages employees to be more safety conscious, report hazards proactively, and actively participate in creating a safer work environment for everyone. In conclusion, risk assessment is not merely a compliance exercise, but a valuable investment in the well-being of your employees, the sustainability of your business, and the creation of a thriving safety culture. By embracing a proactive and systematic approach to risk management, we can pave the way for a safer and more secure future for all.